Hey Sagittarius, I just pulled cards for you about divinely guided abundance and what the universe has prepared, and I need to share what came through because this reading is genuinely fascinating. Let me walk you through what I am seeing here. So the first card that showed up is the Knight of Wands, and honestly this makes so much sense for where you are right now. This card is about rapid movement and passionate pursuit of your goals, and what I find really interesting is how this connects to abundance. The universe is not sending you slow, gradual growth. No, this is about swift opportunities that are going to require you to move fast and trust your instincts. I keep seeing this image of someone who has been preparing for something without even realizing it, and suddenly all the doors start opening at once. The Knight of Wands energy is telling me that divine timing is aligning with your readiness. You have been building skills, gathering experience, maybe even questioning whether anything would ever happen, and now the universe is saying it is go time. What makes this even more powerful for Sagittarius is that this Knight carries your natural fire element, so you are going to feel this shift viscerally. It is not just going to be a mental understanding, it is going to be this surge of energy that makes you want to take action immediately. The abundance here is not passive. It is not about waiting around for things to fall into your lap. It is about the universe opening pathways and you having the courage to sprint through them. I am also seeing that this could involve travel or expansion beyond your current location. The Knight of Wands often brings messages about geographical movement or at least expanding your reach into new territories, whether that is literal or metaphorical. For some of you, this might mean opportunities coming from different cities or countries. For others, it might be about your work or creative projects reaching audiences you never expected. The key message here is that divine guidance is giving you the green light to be bold and adventurous with your next moves. Now the Four of Cups appeared next, and this is where things get really nuanced. At first glance, you might think this is a negative card about missed opportunities or dissatisfaction, but in the context of divinely guided abundance, I am reading this completely differently. The Four of Cups is actually showing me that the universe has been presenting you with opportunities that you initially overlooked or dismissed. Maybe you thought they were not big enough, not exciting enough, or not what you had in mind. But here's what is coming through strongly. Those overlooked opportunities are actually part of a bigger divine plan. Sometimes we get so focused on what we think abundance should look like that we miss what the universe is actually offering us. This card is asking you to reconsider what you might have set aside or ignored recently. There might be an offer, a connection, or a path that seemed underwhelming at first, but it is actually a doorway to something much larger. I am also getting that for some Sagittarius individuals, there has been a period of contemplation or even spiritual withdrawal. You have been evaluating what truly matters to you, what kind of abundance you actually want in your life. And this introspection has been divinely guided even though it might have felt like you were stuck or unmotivated. The universe was actually helping you get clear on your values before flooding you with opportunities, because divine abundance is not just about getting more stuff or more money. It is about receiving what actually aligns with your soul path. So if you have been feeling disconnected from certain pursuits or questioning your previous goals, that is actually preparation for what is coming. You needed that clarity before you could recognize and receive true abundance. The Six of Swords just showed up, and this is giving me chills because it is such a clear message about transition and moving toward calmer waters. For Sagittarius right now, the universe is preparing a significant shift away from turbulent situations that have been draining your energy. This card always appears when someone is being divinely guided out of chaos and into peace, and in the context of abundance, this is huge. Material abundance means nothing if you are constantly stressed, anxious, or dealing with conflict. The Six of Swords tells me that part of the divine preparation involves removing you from situations or relationships that have been blocking your flow. I am seeing this could be related to work environments that have been toxic, living situations that have felt restrictive, or even mental patterns that have kept you stuck in scarcity thinking. The universe is orchestrating a gentle but definite movement toward better circumstances. What I find beautiful about this card is that it shows you are not making this journey alone. There is divine guidance and possibly even human helpers who are going to assist you in this transition. Some of you might meet a mentor, advisor, or guide who helps you navigate this move. Others might find that synchronicities start appearing that make the path forward obvious. The abundance that is coming is not just about receiving, it is about being in a state where you can actually enjoy and utilize what you receive. You cannot build wealth or success if you are constantly in survival mode, and the Six of Swords says the universe knows this. So part of what has been prepared for you is an environment, both external and internal, where abundance can actually take root and grow. Now the Five of Wands appeared, and okay, this might seem contradictory after the Six of Swords, but hear me out. The Five of Wands is about competition and creative conflict, and in this reading about divine abundance, I am seeing this as a very specific message. The universe is preparing you for a level where you will be playing in a more competitive field. This is not a warning, it is actually confirmation that you are being elevated to spaces where the stakes are higher and the players are more serious. Think about it like this: when you are operating at a small level, there is not much competition. But as you rise and your abundance grows, you enter arenas where other talented, ambitious people are also striving. The Five of Wands is telling you that this is part of the divine plan. You are not meant to stay in spaces where you are the only one trying or where success comes too easily. The universe is preparing challenges that will actually make you sharper, more strategic, and more confident in your abilities. I am also getting that some of this competition might be internal. You might be juggling multiple opportunities or ideas, and figuring out which ones to prioritize will require discernment. This is a good problem to have, but it is still something you will need to navigate. The divine guidance here is about developing your ability to stand your ground and assert your unique value even when others are also vying for the same opportunities. For Sagittarius specifically, your natural optimism and philosophical approach give you an advantage in competitive situations because you do not get bogged down in pettiness or comparison. You are able to see the bigger picture and understand that there is room for everyone to succeed. This mindset is going to serve you incredibly well in what is coming. The Three of Cups showed up next, and honestly, this makes my heart happy because it is about celebration, community, and shared joy. When we talk about divinely guided abundance, we often think about individual success, but the Three of Cups reminds us that true abundance is meant to be shared and celebrated with others. The universe is preparing connections for you, Sagittarius. These are not just networking contacts or transactional relationships. These are genuine friendships and collaborations that are going to enhance your life in meaningful ways. I am seeing this could manifest as finding your tribe, the people who really get you and support your vision. It might also be about celebrating milestones with loved ones who have been on this journey with you. What is divinely guided about this is the timing and the quality of these connections. You are being brought together with people who are on a similar frequency, who share your values, and who can actually contribute to your growth while you contribute to theirs. Some of you might be entering creative collaborations that lead to abundance you could not have created alone. Others might find that your social circle is expanding in ways that open doors professionally or personally. The Three of Cups also carries this energy of emotional fulfillment and joy, which is such an important aspect of abundance that often gets overlooked. You can have all the material success in the world, but if you do not have people to share it with or moments of genuine happiness, what is the point? The universe is telling you that the abundance being prepared includes emotional and social richness, not just financial gains. The Two of Pentacles appeared, and this is giving me very practical information about how you will need to manage the abundance that is coming. This card is about balance, flexibility, and juggling multiple priorities. The universe is showing me that the abundance you are receiving will require active management. You might be handling multiple income streams, balancing creative projects with practical responsibilities, or navigating the intersection of different areas of your life that all demand attention. The Two of Pentacles is not a warning that this will be overwhelming, it is actually a confirmation that you have the skills to handle this complexity. What I find interesting is that this card often appears when someone is in a transitional phase where they have not fully left the old behind but are already embracing the new. For Sagittarius, this might mean you are still managing current obligations while simultaneously building something new that will eventually become your primary focus. The divine guidance here is about staying flexible and not getting too rigid in your planning. The universe is preparing abundance that might look different from what you expected, and your ability to adapt and pivot will be crucial. I am also seeing that some of you might need to make decisions about what to let go of. The Two of Pentacles can only juggle so much before something has to be set down. Part of the divine preparation is helping you discern what is truly important and what is just taking up space in your life. This process of evaluation and rebalancing is actually creating room for greater abundance to flow in. The King of Swords just came through, and this is powerful energy about mental clarity and authoritative communication. In the context of divinely guided abundance, the King of Swords is telling me that part of what the universe has prepared for you involves stepping into a position of intellectual leadership or expertise. This could be about finally claiming your authority in your field, speaking up with confidence about what you know, or making decisions from a place of logic rather than emotion. The King of Swords does not mess around. This is someone who sees through illusions, communicates with precision, and makes decisions based on truth rather than wishful thinking. For Sagittarius, this energy might feel a bit more serious than your usual optimistic vibe, but it is exactly what you need right now. The abundance coming your way will require clear thinking and strong boundaries. You cannot afford to be wishy-washy or overly accommodating when opportunities present themselves. The universe is preparing you to negotiate from a position of strength, to articulate your value clearly, and to make strategic decisions that serve your long-term interests. I am also getting that some of you might be developing or showcasing intellectual or creative work that establishes you as an authority. This could be writing, teaching, consulting, or any field where your knowledge and analytical abilities are your primary assets. The divine guidance here is about owning your expertise and not downplaying what you know. There is abundance waiting for people who can provide clarity, solve problems, and cut through confusion. And that is exactly what you are being prepared to do. Now the Page of Pentacles appeared, and this brings such fresh, hopeful energy to the reading. The Page of Pentacles is about new beginnings in the material realm, learning, and the first steps toward manifesting something tangible. What I love about this card in your reading is that it shows the universe is not just preparing abundance for right now, but also planting seeds for long-term growth. The Page of Pentacles often appears when someone is starting a new course of study, beginning a business venture, or taking the first practical steps toward a big goal. This is divinely guided because you are being inspired to start something that might seem small or insignificant now, but has enormous potential for growth. For Sagittarius, your sign is known for thinking big and sometimes skipping over the foundational work in favor of grand visions. But the Page of Pentacles is reminding you that sustainable abundance requires attention to details and a willingness to start at the beginning. This is not about thinking small, it is about being smart and building something solid. I'm also seeing that some of you might be learning new skills or gaining knowledge that will become valuable assets. Maybe you are taking a course, learning software, developing a craft, or studying something that initially seems like just a hobby but will actually open doors professionally. The universe is guiding you to be a student right now, to stay curious and open to learning, because that knowledge is part of the abundance being prepared for you. There is also this beautiful energy of enthusiasm and dedication with the Page of Pentacles. You are willing to put in the work, even when the rewards are not immediate, because you can sense the potential. The Two of Cups showed up, and honestly, this is making me emotional because it is such a pure card about connection, partnership, and mutual respect. In a reading about divinely guided abundance, the Two of Cups tells me that part of what the universe has prepared involves a significant relationship or partnership. This might be romantic for some of you, but it could also be a business partnership, creative collaboration, or deep friendship. What makes this divinely guided is that this connection is not random or forced. It is a natural coming together of two people who recognize something special in each other. The Two of Cups carries this energy of equality and reciprocity. This is not a relationship where one person is giving more than the other or where there is imbalance in any way. Both parties bring value, both parties benefit, and there is genuine care and respect flowing in both directions. For Sagittarius, your independent nature sometimes makes it hard to truly partner with someone because you value your freedom so much. But the Two of Cups is showing me that the relationship or partnership coming into your life will actually enhance your freedom rather than restrict it. This person or collaboration will support your goals and expansion rather than trying to hold you back. The abundance that flows from this connection might surprise you. It is not just about what you can create together materially, although that might be significant. It is about the emotional support, the creative synergy, and the sense of being truly seen and appreciated. Some of you have been operating alone for a long time, maybe by choice or maybe because you had not found the right fit. And the universe is saying that is about to change. The Two of Swords came through as the final card, and this is interesting because it is about decision-making and the need to choose a path forward. After all these messages about abundance and divine guidance, the Two of Swords is telling you that you still have to make choices. The universe can prepare opportunities, open doors, and send you signs, but you have to decide which path to walk. What I am seeing with the Two of Swords is that you might be facing a decision where both options seem equally good or equally uncertain. Maybe you are choosing between two opportunities, two paths, two visions for your future. The blindfold on the figure in this card represents not having all the information, which can feel uncomfortable for someone who likes to plan and understand everything before committing. But here's what the universe is telling you through this card. Sometimes you have to make decisions based on intuition rather than logic, and that is okay. The divine guidance is in your gut feeling and the subtle sense of rightness you get when you think about one option versus another. For Sagittarius, your ruling planet Jupiter gives you an innate sense of faith and trust in the universe, and this is the time to lean into that. The Two of Swords is not about paralysis or fear. It is about taking a moment to center yourself before making a choice that will affect your path forward. I am also getting that this decision might involve a choice between security and adventure, between what is comfortable and what is expansive. Classic Sagittarius dilemma, right? The message here is that whatever you choose, if it is made from a place of inner alignment rather than external pressure or fear, the universe will support that choice and guide you forward. The abundance that has been prepared for you is not dependent on making the perfect choice. It is about making an authentic choice and then moving forward with commitment and trust. So Sagittarius, after pulling these 10 cards about divinely guided abundance and what the universe has prepared for you, what I am seeing is this beautiful tapestry of movement, transition, learning, connection, and choice. The universe is not preparing a simple, straightforward path for you. It is preparing something dynamic and multifaceted that will require you to be bold, discerning, flexible, and open. You are being guided toward rapid opportunities that align with your natural fire and enthusiasm. You are being helped to recognize value in places you might have overlooked. You are being moved away from chaos and toward peace so that abundance can actually take root. You are being prepared for higher levels of competition and challenge because that is where real growth happens. You are being connected with people who will celebrate and collaborate with you. You are being taught to balance multiple priorities with grace. You are being called to step into intellectual authority and clear communication. You are being inspired to plant seeds for long-term growth. You are being blessed with meaningful partnership and connection. And you are being asked to make choices from a place of inner knowing rather than external certainty. This reading tells me that abundance is not just coming to you as a passive recipient. You are being actively prepared, shaped, and guided to meet the abundance that the universe has in store. Your willingness to take action, to learn, to connect, to balance, and to choose is what will allow this divine abundance to fully manifest in your life. Trust the process, trust yourself, and trust that what has been prepared for you is better than anything you could have planned on your own.